Welcome to the Post-2 frequency system. User, Canisru. Please enter action into prompt. Play audio file recording 5.wave. Playing audio file now.
Hello listeners, and welcome to a new episode of ASU Student Radio. I wasn't expecting to be able to make another episode for a long while, but here I am, I guess. Tawny Jackson is back in the studio. Not by myself either, actually. Ranger Sarah is in the tower with me right now. I'm not allowed to be up here by myself anymore, so from now on when I'm recording, she's gonna be here too to make sure I don't get shot by the dude who shot the power box, which they still haven't found, if you were wondering. But besides all that, I'm really glad to be recording episodes again. Staying in the ranger cabin has had its perks, but it did get boring fairly quick. No offense to you, Miss Sarah. So, since I'm making broadcasts now, I thought that I'd make a kind of special one. I've honestly kind of been dying to talk about this one thing, even though it doesn't really fit the running theme from the past couple of episodes with, the more southern-themed urban legends. But I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, the Beast of Gévaudan, which is less of an urban legend and more of a historical mystery from France. In 1764 to 1767, in Gévaudan, France, a mysterious wolf-like creature attacked around 100 people, mainly women and children, and killed many, most of the time oddly through decapitation. People in the town had tried to kill this beast multiple times with pikes and muskets, but nothing seemed to damage it. Eventually, the King of France sent his gun-bearer and his grandson to find and kill the beast. And once they shot a large wolf near Chavez, they assumed that it was the Beast of Gévaudan, and it put people's fears to rest, but only 2 months later, it seems as if the beast had attacked again, which makes many question if the beast was not simply just a normal creature, like many outside Gévaudan assumed. Now, before I continue, for those of you who may already know this story, many consider and still believe that the Beast of Gévaudan was in fact a wolf or multiple wolves from a highly aggressive pack that resided in Gévaudan. But today I won't be talking about the simple wolf theories about the beast since they have been overdone. I will be talking about the actually interesting theories and the ones that make more sense than, oh, it was just a wolf, Now, where was it? Right, okay, so the theories. Honestly, there may be too many to cover in one episode, so as I said earlier, I'm only going to cover the ones that interest me. It's my radio show, and I get to choose the half-baked theories to share, okay? So, first on the chopping block is the theory that it was an exotic animal of some type, like a lion or hyena that was accidentally released in the southern region of France. The most likely cause of this would have been due to the rising trend in France at the time of the upper class collecting exotic animals as pets. And then, not actually being able to take care of them, and they either released them or they got out somehow. That would explain the severity of some people's wounds after being attacked as well, but it does not explain many other traits that were reported, like the fear of livestock, its seemingly imperviousness to musket rounds, and its preference for, decapitating people. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never heard of someone getting attacked by a lion. Someone's like, oh yeah, the damn thing took his head off. No animal generally would really do that. Nor would that be the first thing that they do. So the lion or hyena theory is a bit shoddy, but it does lead to another theory that potentially makes more sense, even though it does seem a bit far-fetched. Some believe that the beast was actually the act of a serial killer in a costume, which would explain the motivation of the attacks, the disinterest and or fear of the livestock, and the decapitation. But also, does it sound realistic that someone in 1764 would dress up as a weird wolf creature to go out and attack people in broad daylight? and then sometimes take their heads. I mean, I know the French got their kicks in really weird ways back then, but I just can't see this happening. Lastly, there is also the theory that, of course, many of you may be thinking right now, that it was a werewolf. Now, I'm all for a fun werewolf theory, and this one does make a little sense, but I have certain reservations about it. I mean, if it doesn't make logical sense for it to be a wolf, a lion, or a human in disguise, what's the next logical theory for people in that time period? Werewolves, of course. Interestingly enough, though, even the king's gunman claimed to have shot the supposed wolf that was initially killed with a silver bullet. But even if you believe in such things, what's generally known about werewolf behavior doesn't match exactly what happened in Gévaudan. See, even though the fictional media around werewolves is saturated with the basic stereotypes that would fit what the Beast of Gévaudan actually is, I'm looking at you, Team Wolf. But if we take a look at the idea of a werewolf from the time period in which the beast was cited to have existed in, then it can be seen that the traits don't exactly match. Simply because this beast rarely attacked at night, and victims were accosted by the monster on any given day. There were no patterns to the monster's behavior, which in that time period were the main factors in which supposed werewolf attacks were identified. Multiple attacks on a single day, typically twice a month, at night exclusively. So, even the theory that the Beast of Gévaudan was a werewolf doesn't seem to match. At least, not entirely. Which goes for all the theories I've listed today, actually. Many scientists who have taken interest in the mystery lament the fact that without proper DNA evidence from the beast, and with no true remains left behind from the monster, no one will ever know what the beast truly was. And who knows? Maybe that's a good thing. Well, I believe that's probably enough out of me for right now. Thank you for listening to ASU Student Radio, and may you have a good rest of the week. This is Tawny Jackson, signing off. Good night!
Action Play audio file recording 5.wave has been completed. Please enter next action into prompt. End session. Ending session now. Thank you for using the post-2 frequency system. User, Canis Rue. Have a good day.